Next question. And our final question scheduled be answered by Patsy George, Paul Webb, and Regina Smithson. A major percentage of our carbon footprint is fuel-based. What would you recommend for our city vehicles, fire, police, public works? Patsy George.
That is definitely not my expertise about the gasoline, fuel, or any how we would fuel them to get them going. But of course, we do have the, you know, the new hybrids. I don't know if that's anything that we could do to eliminate the exhaust, the fumes, the environmental problem that we face because of the traffic. But I would turn to the experts and let them put that out, because I have no clue about gasoline.
Paul Webb.
Well, we are looking at those things. One of the things we're doing with the fire department is looking at the biofuels, which is a start in this environmental challenge that we face before us today, especially with all of these carbon-based vehicles. And this is only a start with the biofuels. The other thing we do is people don't see is we're beginning to read the water meters electronically. Instead of having the people drive up and down the street and go out and read the meters, we can do more and more of those electronically, which takes that vehicle off the road. We've talked about Brentwood being physically conservative. And what we do every year when we do the budget since I've been on is we look at where is the cost of the hybrid vehicles and the electric vehicles compared to that of the gasoline vehicles. We have our staff do a cost analysis of that because we're using taxpayer dollars. It may make a point to buy a hybrid vehicle, but does the payback deserve it? So do we want to buy a hybrid and then the payback is 20 years of a vehicle that'll last 8? That's not fair to the taxpayer. So right now, the cost benefit does not make sense.
Mrs. Smithson.
I was going to say exactly what Paul had said, because in our budget meetings, in the last few budget meetings, we've talked about how long would it take us to pay the difference in the cost, for instance, on a police car like we get today versus a hybrid. And, you know, it just did not make sense to keep that vehicle for that long and have to pay that much more of the taxpayers' dollars. But we are looking into it, and we are keeping a close eye on it. We're doing whatever we can. I think maybe in the future, to encourage cities to do that, there may be some incentives from the state and federal government for us to be able to purchase some of those vehicles.